internet. It's time once again for Gaming with Max Von Puppet. That's me. Today we're looking at a role-playing game called Aeon that was later renamed Trinity, after a lawsuit with, believe it or not, of all things, MTV. That's right, MTV sued producer White Wolf for the name of this game because of their cartoon show Aeon Flux. They thought maybe people might confuse Aeon Flux with this game, which I highly doubt, but anyway, that was the basis of the lawsuit, and MTV won, and White Wolf was forced to rename the game to Trinity. But I happen to be lucky enough to buy this book before they renamed the game, so I still refer to it as Aeon, even though all the other books that were released later called it Trinity. So, what is Aeon, you ask? Well, Aeon is a role-playing game set in the far future. It was released in the late 90s, and it was set in the far future, the 22nd century, and it was the first of a trilogy of games that were all going to be set in the same universe. Aeon was the first, like I said, later renamed Trilogy. The second game was Aberrant. The second game was Aberrant. Sorry, I had a brain freeze there. And that was set in the early 21st century and was a superhero role-playing game. And the last one was Adventure, and that was set in the mid-20th century, in the 1930s, and as a pulp fiction game. Now you might think, those are three desperate genres, how could they all work in one universe? But they do, they all work in the same universe. It's pretty cool the way it works. I won't want to spoil it because there is a story arc that runs through all three games, and there's a mystery hidden behind them. If you get all three games, you learn the overall story, and I personally think that makes the setting all that much more awesome. So in this one, it's like I said, it's set in the far future, and the idea is that these creatures that once had this massive war with the humans on Earth called aberrants have started to return. But this time, humanity has its own protectors to defend against the aberrants called scions. And scions, as you might guess from their name, use psychic powers to help them fight the aberrants. And you, as a player, get to play a scion. The system is familiar to those of you who have ever played any of White Wolf's other games, which include such classics as Vampire the Masquerade, Mage the Ascension, Werewolf the Apocalypse, just a whole ton of great games. It uses the same storyteller system, so it's the exact same game. It uses D10 dice pools to determine your outcome of success. Your stats and your skills are pip-based. They're pips, which represent dice, which is how you generate your dice pool. And it's a pretty simple, easy-to-grasp system. But it's the story in this game that I think really makes it worthwhile playing. It's an awesome story. It's an awesome setting. And then, like I said, it leads into the mystery of the other three games, and even though they go backwards in time, you could, because all three games are out now, although I don't think they're being made anymore, so you might have trouble finding them, but you can get them as PDFs on DriveThruRPG. And if you get them, you could play a game. You could play a game where you start with Trinity and move your way backwards to Adventure, or you could start with Adventure and move your way forward to Trinity. And I think it's just a lot of fun to do that. Or you could just stick with one game, like in this case Trinity or Aeon, and just play in that universe. It's a cool universe. It's a cool system. It's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it. You should go check it out. Like I said, it's set out of print, but you can still pick it up on DriveThruRPG as a PDF. So links to that will be posted below. Until next time, keep playing games. Bye!